Spoilers.
So what do we see today, guys?
We saw Onward.
We did.
Which
From
is
Yes, sir.
Disney Pixar.
Yeah.
This is probably, I think this is our first Pixar review.
Possibly.
Maybe. I don't know.
What
We've
came
done a
out
lot
last
of
year?
reviews.
Well, did we review The Incredibles too?
Yes.
We did.
I think you guys did.
Yeah, you didn't. So
Okay.
this is your first Pixar.
So this is
with
our
us.
first as a trio.
Yep.
Yeah.
So going into it, what were our expectations?
I
Thought it
didn't
was
have
going to be
much.
some spicy mid.
Yeah, I didn't have much expectations. It was more just we weren't doing anything, and we haven't really seen a movie together since. What was the last thing we saw together? I think it was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yep.
Actually,
The last thing me and you saw together was Call of the Wild.
that's
so.
true. And the last thing Jake and I saw was The Invisible Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't
It's
go
a good
wrong.
movie. So the point is, we were just itching to see a movie, and we figured, hey, Pixar's decent at
Yep.
the very least. Even their worst movies, well,
Cars
Cars
2.
2, but like beyond that. So now that we've seen the movie, what are our thoughts?
Well,
It was the first good movie I've seen all year.
I think this movie's decent.
I think this is a fantastic movie. I
Yeah.
loved it.
I really
Really?
liked it.
I have strong positive feelings
I
about
did
this
not
movie.
think you were gonna like it that much because
Me neither.
So let me preface with a little things. This movie borrows heavily from Dungeons and Dragons,
It
the
does.
adventure role playing game.
Yes.
Of the three of us in this room, I definitely have played Dungeons and Dragons the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think Ian, you've played it like what, once?
Well, I've been in at least a dozen separate campaigns, so you're
So that's
fucking
enough.
very
And
incorrect.
Jake, you have never played Dungeons and
Nope.
Dragons.
I've seen it played around me. I'm not a fan. I really like the idea of blending. They're basically taking human history and replacing it with like
Monsters.
Tolkien, basically just making that actual history,
Yep.
and then having those like themes of like, oh, well, as you get older, generations move on to technology and stuff. I love the premise.
Yep. I
Leaving
really
this
like
movie, I only wanted to see more from this world.
Absolutely.
I
Oh, yeah,
want
the world's
like
really
a
good.
prequel where they go back into like the magic times, but that's not what the movie's about, and I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I love the universe this took place in. I love like the urban magic. Usually,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of urban magic. I don't really like Harry Potter very much. I know I'm gonna get a lot of slack for that.
No, that's fair.
But I love this movie, and I think at the end of the day that it really delivered on like the heartfelt.
Oh yeah,
heart
absolutely. It was
pounding
very, very hard.
character moments, and man, even me as like a grown ass man, I still get hit with that. It's really good.
See, I don't know, maybe it was just me, but like I thought halfway through this movie isn't hitting as hard as it could be.
I think it hits really, really hard right after the Dark Knight of the Soul is when it hits the hardest.
The third act.
I just
Yep.
I don't know, like for me, the gold standard, and this might be a very high standard, I will admit that. But my gold standard for Pixar is Inside Out.
Mm-hmm.
I actively cried at the end of Inside Out. And I did not feel anything close to that during Onward. Not saying it's bad or like the
But
emotional
just
punch.
heartless, I guess.
Yes, I am. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It just didn't hit me that way for me personally, but I can understand.
Yeah.
I can definitely see why this would hit for certain people.
Well, they called my name the whole movie.
You are in
so-
this movie. You're the main
Yep,
character.
main character.
You're Tom Holland. Congrats, man.
So I want to preface with most of the people in this name don't have regular names. Barley, that's like wheat, and then he's the big strong guy, and then the wimpy little bitch, Ian. Thanks, thanks Pixar.
Wimpy little bitch who can't drive.
Yep, Ian.
They're hitting right in the money. It's like
Yep.
they based it off of you.
It's like it was like speak out more, be more confident, get girlfriend, be like dad. And I'm like, cross that one out. I have one small negative. I wish there was more creatures and stuff.
Yes, absolutely. I was about to say that.
There wasn't
actually.
enough like
they have,
diversity.
They have scenes of them crossing like these great plains, and he's like, "This is part of the world that's been untouched. I'm Chris Pratt," and it's like there's nothing out there.
Yeah, it's just tree and grass.
They don't
I don't
encounter
think they
any
ran
monsters
into
or
enough.
anything.
There wasn't a lot of obstacles. I felt like it was a pretty tame path, actually.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it wasn't the worst thing. I don't know. I really appreciated the rules around the magic.
Yes.
And how they were explained and how they expanded on them.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
There was one where he did the little fire without doing literally anything, and I was like, it doesn't follow the own rules. But
I think it's implied that he cast
Yeah.
it off screen and
Yeah.
cut to him with the magic.
The magic, I thought it was internally consistent,
Yep,
100%
very consistent.
through. And that shocks me for a movie about magic, especially when magic is like casually weaved in. Usually it's like, oh, well, you set that up prior and you didn't follow through on that. You're breaking your own rules. But they stay really, really strong with a lot of that. I loved the... I wish almost that I could see even more sequences where they use their magic. I know they used a lot
Yeah.
of
The
different magic.
final fight.
Yeah,
I was
final
like,
fight kicked butt.
So like the final fight has like a dip where you think it's over and then it ramps back up. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that final fight sucked. And then it
They got really good.
Oh shit, he's
Yup.
going full like power mage, dude.
Yep, Super Wizard Man.
Oh,
Oh,
so good.
Yeah,
And you
no,
don't
the final
even
fight
realize.
kick butt.
You don't even realize that the movie is building up to him actually being a 100% wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't even click, and then you're like, oh no, this makes so much
Because
sense.
they don't mention that throughout the whole movie. The primary goal of the movie isn't be wizard. It's, hey, spend time with my fucking dad.
Exactly.
This was a great example of trope subversion
Yes.
because Ian, congrats, is the main character, and you think it's going to be about him reuniting with his dad, but no, it's about Barley.
Yeah.
Like you don't realize that until like the last 10 minutes. You're like, no, this movie's about his brother. Ian just happens to be the main character.
It's like V for Vendetta, where you get the
It's
vessel
real-
through the other character.
Yeah, the movie's
Yeah.
about V, but Evie's the main character.
Yes.
So I realized that, and I was like, oh shit. Something that I will give this movie credit for, because I was thinking, oh, it says we have a full day, and they're going to cast the spell again, so they'll have a full day from when they cast the spell the second time.
No, but
Nope.
it's from initial cast. Yep.
Nope, from initial cast, and I was like, damn, movie, you...
Heartless.
Yeah, this movie's fucking heartless.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, come on, that's the obvious loophole to give everyone the happy ever. Nope, fucking John Krasinski is there and gone in less than a minute. Oh yeah, so
don't
for
think
those
it's
of you who
John
haven't seen the
Krasinski,
trailer
dog.
or anything, the dad model in this character, the CGI render, looks like John Krasinski,
But an elf.
but an elf, like a blue elf. Like, I'm not the only one who thought that, right?
Well, a little bit.
It looks like John Krasinski.
Fair point. Fair point.
He does. He does look like John Krasinski.
Like, to the point where when he talked, I was like, that's not John Krasinski. Like, I thought maybe he looked like John Krasinski. Well, no, it was like, I thought maybe he looked like John Krasinski because John Krasinski was the dad.
That's fair.
Simple internal
Okay.
logic. No,
You could have just Googled that.
it's just some dude.
Yep. Definitely could have Googled that.
You
I'm
could've
on the
just
inside
Googled
of
it.
that.
I
I'm,
would've-
fun fact, Googling it now. Because I want to know
but
who
like,
it was.
that would have required me to have more, like, investment in this movie.
Fair.
In running up to it. I was like, oh, Onward's coming out. It looks like it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
was.
it was actually very fun. I was surprised that I enjoyed it as much as I did. I thought it was going to be okay, and it ended up being really heartfelt. I love the sibling interaction,
Yeah.
and it surprised me how good it was,
I'm
actually.
glad it was good.
Me
Honestly.
too.
I don't ever want any movie we see
We haven't
to be
seen
bad.
that many good movies this year. So.
Yeah, that ending sequence where he watches his dad talk to his brother and doesn't hear the conversation but knows that this is what's best, and then his brother was like, oh, give this to you from him, and it
Yeah,
was
he
the
hugged
hug.
him.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, no, that was a good scene.
Damn.
I was like, oh,
Damn.
damn, that's good.
Oh, man.
Very.
it's
That
very-
was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. I really liked when he. I actually really liked when he was like looking through the checklist, the really heartstring tugging moment.
Oh, that was good.
And I was like,
thought,
oh wow, that's actually like really good because it starts with him, his dad, and his brother, and then just goes to him and his brother. And I was like, oh my god, that's so good.
see, I thought maybe like it was gonna be a comedic beat where he checked that thing off, where he's like, technically,
Yeah.
But then it turned into like this actual emotional thing, and that's when I was like, oh shit, movie's smarter than I
got
thought.
very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's when I felt like the movie crossed from good to like very good. That's a good.
Yeah, that was definitely like they could have just had this comedic moment where he's like, I guess we did that, check, and then he runs back, but it was like,
Yeah.
no, this moment where he realizes something. I was like,
No,
oh,
the writing in
shit.
this movie is very very smart.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
You see a lot of the
It is beautifully animated.
the
Oh my God.
situations in the trailer, like the shrinking of his brother and
Yep.
stuff like that, but I never felt like it gave that much away about the movie.
No, the
Yeah,
trailer.
I felt like there was some stuff in this movie I was genuinely
Yeah.
not expecting.
Mainly the stuff we're talking about, that third act
Yeah.
bonanza.
I don't know if I
Anything
have much else to say about this movie. Like, it's a great time,
I
honestly.
really like the voice acting.
Oh, yeah.
Even though Octavia Spencer's character is not my favorite character in the movie, the Manticore.
No, I
She's
love
fine.
that character. That was fantastic.
I felt like her little subplot at the very beginning was a little weird, but, like, not the worst thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Because I thought that, oh, he'll fix the machine and she'll give them the stuff.
That's what I
didn't end
thought,
up
yeah.
happening. What they did, I think, was better in the long run of, like, they have to figure out this stuff themselves rather
Yeah.
than have a map to tell them what to do.
Really like that they had to figure it out themselves. It
Yeah, that
really
was really
much,
cool.
Much better.
Yeah, I don't know. Just overall, that sequence, I was like, okay, that was a little weird.
Yeah, it does take a little bit of time to ramp up, but once it
Yeah,
does,
the
it's very,
first
very
act
good.
of this movie's a little slow, but once they really start to get into the quest, that's when this movie gets great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I mentioned, very beautifully animated.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
exactly what you'd expect.
We saw a trailer for Minions: The Rise of Gru right
Oh
before
my
this,
god, it looks so bland.
But it looks so bland, and the animation in it is just so...
It's cheap.
It's
that's
very cheap.
cheap
Well, that's
animation.
Illumination for you.
Yeah.
But, like, it's funny to just see, like, a trailer for a movie, and it's like, there's no, like... There's nothing to it, and then you see this movie, and you can see, like, the depth and
Yeah.
patterns of like their mom's sweater.
Yeah.
It's like that looks fucking
It's
real.
like the difference between Frozen and Frozen 2. This movie, the animation is only getting better, and I really love that.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not the biggest animated movie guy, it's coming to a point where it's like, oh, that's just real.
Mhm.
Like, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And with that, out of 10s.
I'd say like an 8. I really enjoyed myself.
I was feeling an 8 as well.
Yeah. I was feeling an 8. And then they hit me with that third act sequence. I gotta go 9. I'm sorry.
Nice.
No respect.
Nice.
Respect.
Second
Fucking
9 of the
apologize for your opinion. No, yeah.
Young or old, have a child go with or no, go see
Yeah, I
Onward.
would definitely
it's
recommend
probably
it.
the only good thing out this
Most of the time we say, oh, use your own judgment. Listen to us. No, listen
Yeah.
to us. It's a good
When
movie.
we say go, use your own judgment, that's for like
Bad
mid-level movies. There's only a few movies we'll actively say don't go see.
Yep.
Yeah, Call of the Wild.
Yeah, don't go see Call of the Wild. See Onward.